Greg, how about at Pure Storage? I think about Pure Storage. I say, why do we have a storage organization on a cybersecurity talk show? Well, we know why. Greg, give us the top line as to where you all fit into this ecosystem.
Absolutely, Luca. Appreciate you having us one more time. So it's funny because data is what it's all about, right? And some folks I've heard on panels, et cetera, saying, ZTA really should have been called data-centric architecture, right? Because it's always talking about the layered models of how are we protecting the data. And what I'm also hearing from a lot of leaders is data is the most challenging pillar to how to check all the boxes for, right? Why? Because data is distributed everywhere these days, right? On personal devices, in the cloud, in the data center, all these different perimeters. So when you look at something like ZTA, being able to have a holistic solution that we can check the box for, but also be amendable over time, right? Because when you move from planning to strategy, right? Planning is what you can control and bespoke things you can deliver. A strategy is more about doing for the unknowns, exactly what ZTA is for, right? What can I do to mitigate the threat, to mitigate the risk, the human element, right? So when it comes to ZTA, we have a broad breadth of solutions that are helping customers achieve that data pillar checkoff. So we all mentioned AI, so I can check the box for me. I said AI on the form here, but in all seriousness, when we think about things like threat intelligence and intrinsic data intelligence, meaning can I understand and look at data patterns and understand something that might be happening, and what can I do with that information? Is maybe now I'm more proactive in responding to threats, and maybe in some cases I'm getting in front of a much larger attack. I mean, it could be domestic or foreign at this point. With some of the nastiest things we've seen from a data exfiltration perspective have started because we miss things at the data layer. So whether it's, hey, all of a sudden this giant set of files became encrypted, what happened there? Usually it's a sign of a terrible attack. And that's something we do intrinsically across our product line. And it's giving that consistency of data visibility and predictability is really what the value we kind of provide to a lot of customers. And of course, PQC, a personal, favorite topic of mine, right? This is definitely the ultimate of it's not a matter of if, when, and working with a lot of the agencies of saying, hey, I get asked about once a day. It's AI and it's PQC. What are you guys seeing? What are the ciphers that are acceptable? Are we going down the right path? And the great thing about being in the federal space, you get to talk to everybody in the federal space, right? So we've already gotten some highlights of, hey, we really want to make sure when you look at transport layers that we're fine tuning here, and we understand that AES 256 is okay because it's not just about data at rest. It's about data in flight, data in motion, generalized, data access on mobile devices, right? So again, it goes part of the larger security strategy, but this is why we always look at it from the data lens out, and we can always incorporate the other components to work with providers to give whole solutions versus bespoke products.